Dolly's still at that age. She's only like 4.5 months, 5 months, and being a small dog, that she needs to be escorted outside and like a little bit of a nudge to take it the stairs, you know? So anyway, that's that. Let's get a coffee going. Let's vlog this day, shall we? Got a lot going on in this coffee situation, but for now, I'm just gonna do a pod in my Keurig machine. That'll do the trick. By the way, this is Dolly. If you haven't caught my Instagram or TikToks lately, this is Dolly. Dolly's 5 months old. She's a Shih Tzu. She had a bit of a bad haircut the other day. Being a puppy, they couldn't like trim her crown, and they just like trimmed her beard really weird. Anyway, it wasn't exactly the teddy bear cut of my dreams, but here we are. Wait, let's have a sip of coffee. I try to have 1 cup of coffee before I go wake up the kids. Doesn't always work out like that. The time is ticking away, but basically moments or minutes before 8 a.m. is fine in my books. The kids don't start school till 9, after 9. So try to get 1 cup of coffee, and I did myself a favor and I actually made the lunches last night. Haven't done that in a while. I've been a little bit like more of a morning lunch maker these days. I don't know. Anyway, so that's done. So I can actually just sit here for a few minutes before I go wake up the kids. It's the little things in life. Is everybody happy now? Oh. Oh my God, please. I love you, but I don't love the licking. Let's not do it. Let's do something different today, okay? All right, I made it home from school drop-off. Actually, it was not so bad this morning. However, I have some parenting guilt that I'm feeling that I think we should discuss. So let me just, and get a coffee. The dogs, I never left for that long, I promise. And we'll sit down to discuss. This is a weird angle, and I'm sorry. I am back to vlogging, and we'll just go with the flow, okay? Until I get my life sorted and like find a tripod. So the thing I'm feeling super guilty about this morning is that Jack has a math test this morning. He's in grade 3, and we have tried to go through some of these things. Like it's with regrouping. If you're a parent to a grade 3, you know, it's regrouping. So you have like long numbers, like triple digits, right? The hundreds, and then you're adding and you're subtracting. So the adding, no problem, he gets it. Subtracting, not so much. It's just a little bit more complicated. And so we've tried to go through it to prepare for this math test. But there's 2 things that happen. One, I am not a good teacher. It is just not who I am, at least not to my own children. So there's that. I don't like adding stress to my kids about school. When I was a kid, I was over the top anxious about performance. So I like did the homework. I triple checked it. I stayed up late doing homework. I missed out on life because of fucking homework. And honestly, what did it do for me? Tell me. I work for myself. But the degree in which I placed pressure on myself, and I'll tell you, it was all me. Like my mom, she did not put pressure on me like that. Like we have issues, and that wasn't one of them. It was not about that. And even last night I was talking to her and I was telling her, like, I just don't think it's fair. Like the kids have a weekend to relax, right? We did great things. We hung out with the family. We had like my dad's birthday. It was so fun. Went to the butterfly conservatory. And then yesterday we went climbing with a friend of Esme's. Like we love to go bouldering these days, like, you know, taking up new hobbies. And then we come home and I want to chill. I want to fold laundry. I want to watch TV show. Kids want to do their thing. We have dinner. Like, I just don't understand why now I have to take like 2 hours on a Sunday to teach him math, which honestly, I feel like he should be learning at school. And then if there are kids who are struggling, and this might be an unpopular opinion, I think that the school should help. Like, why? I pay taxes for those kids to go to school. Why do I now have to pay a tutor to do the thing that we're supposed to be helping kids with at school? It's too much. life is too stressful for me to now spend part of my free time, the weekend that we hang out as a family, and honestly, afternoons. Like, I am anti-homework. I think it's bullshit. I really do. Homework, when you're a university student and you're paying for your degree to become a whatever you want to become, you do you, boo. When you're 8, spare me. And I'm very passionate about this because it caused me so much stress as a young person. I don't want my kids to go through that. So on the way to school today, we reviewed a little bit this morning over breakfast, and I just said to Jack, you do your best, you try your best, and that's all that I can ask, and that's all you can ask of yourself. And if there's areas of improvement, we'll try to work on those together and we'll talk to your teacher about it. And that's all I could do. But I still feel that like pressure that I put on myself as a kid that was like, be the best, perform, like at optimal. And I don't know, I just don't want that for my kids. So that's my TED Talk for the day. I'm curious though, like, where do you guys land on that? I know it differs culturally, differs in parts of the world where you're from. Perhaps this is a very, is this coming from a position of privilege? I don't know. It could be. I didn't grow up with like a lot of excess. So, but anyway, I'm open to discussion about this. Hit me up in the comments. Let's talk. Made myself an omelet with lots of cheese, mushrooms, onions, side of Nando's spicy sauce, and an English muffin. And yes, the kitchen is dirty. I got some meat out defrosting. I try not to get overwhelmed with doing all of the tasks in the day. I find the biggest thing I learned, the most important thing I learned working for myself, working from home, is that you don't want to do everything all day long. There's a time to do laundry, there's a time to do dishes, and it is not during the workday. Because if you were in an office, you wouldn't be doing it then. So honestly, I don't mess with it. I deal with it at the end of the day. Now I'm working on my emails, and I try to spend some time like before I work out, organize myself, especially on a Monday, take a look at the next week, what's coming up, what's going on. My dog is just digging a hole in her bed behind us, so kindly ignore. Anyway, like what's going on, just essentially organize myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Always, every Monday, this hair. Every week, I think about how I can visit with my neighbor, Jack. Jack? I'll put a picture of him over here. He is delightful. And I don't see him enough. I truly don't, because mom life, also when I am default parent, like when Dean's away, which he is, he's getting home tonight. He was gone for the weekend, basically. It's just like a lot to manage. Madam, she doesn't care. And my office is getting a little messy, so I need to handle some of that. So like today, my plan is to do a touch of work, not a full day. Tomorrow I'm going to put a full day in. Today is like half work and then half home organization. Having had my dad visit for the weekend and just like a busy weekend with the kids, there's like some things I gotta do. And my mind does not like an untidy space. And so I have hired a cleaning service, which is like, woo, A1. They come every 2 weeks. So this is the off week. Next week, she's back and she helps me do all the deep cleaning. So I just need to maintain the tidiness aspect, which I'm doing a pretty good job. It's just today's not the best. So I just got to get that under control, So I'm going to see if I can sneak in a visit with Jack towards the end of the day, and just see how it goes. Wish me luck. For tonight's dinner, I am making a chicken, broccoli, rice casserole. So I have some Uncle Ben's instant rice, broccoli. I'm going to cut that up. I have some chicken breast, cream and chicken soup. I'm just going to put it all in here with some cheese on top. So I'm going to quickly, cook up the chicken. I'm going to cook the broccoli, and that's that. I also have to pick up the kids very soon, so I'm trying to whip this up as fast as possible. I'm on a kick of really trying to not order food. Like it's it is a tricky habit to break, especially when Dean's away. Like, it's just so easy to order dinner, you know? So anyway, I am cooking dinner, and then the kids and I were thinking we might like to go bouldering again tonight. We're just like big fans of it right now. I got a family membership to a gym close to us, and it's like, let's just go when we have time. Go for 40 minutes, an hour, and you're done, you know? So I want to make the dinner now in case the kids want to eat before we go. And if they don't, dinner will be ready for when we get back. So let's whip this up. I did it with just minutes to spare. Honestly, I made like the most simple version ever of this casserole because let's be real, you know, they're just kids, and my kids, I want them to eat it. One of them likes cheese, one of them does not. Done. Gotta go get them from school. I feel like I had a really productive day. The only thing I missed out on was a walk. So hopefully I can get one of those in tonight, but this is the dilemma when Dean is away at work. Like, I just can't do all the things, you know? Kids are home from school and they had a snack. I had some nice protein, yogurt, banana. Esme had similar little bit of popcorn. And then Jack actually had some eggs because he didn't eat as much lunch. Anyways, we're off to go bouldering. And I'll just show you what bouldering shoes look like in case you've never done it like me. This is only like, hello, Jack. It's only my 4th time or so. So this time I took off my wedding rings because you might notice how calloused it's getting. Oof, that one really hurt. Calluses on the other hands too, but not as bad when it's like hitting up against the wedding ring. Anyway, so these are the shoes that I found for myself. Actually, they're from Amazon, but I found them on Facebook Marketplace for half price, and they were brand new, had tags still on them, so that was awesome. These are, I would say with this brand, Climb X, if you do go and buy those, you want to possibly size up like by half or a full size because they're very snug. But I will say after now the 3rd or 4th time wearing them, I'm breaking them in. And climbing shoes tend to be a little tight, so your toes are kind of like a little crunched, right? Because of the way that you climb. Anyway, and then these I found for Jack, also on Facebook Marketplace. This brand is called Scarpa. And he wears a size 5 kids. Again, we sized up, especially for kids. I think the concept of crunchy toes is hard sell for kids. So anyway, those are Jack's. Esme actually has the same pair as me. I bought hers brand new, except hers have red in them. And we bought a little chalk bag, and that's all you need. Comfortable clothes. I'll show you some of the stuff at the gym if I remember, because sometimes I feel embarrassed like taking video. So if I remember, I'll show you. Otherwise, I do have a few pictures.
You can use the red ones, Jack.
Oh.
That's good. Oh, this is foot slips.
Nice, Jack.
Just start migrating over. Get your leg higher.
Nice, Jack.
Jack, you're doing good, Mom. Get the other foot up. Just bring it out. Get both hands up there, Mom. Woo! Good job.
Climbing was awesome. My hands are just wrecked, like literally painful to the touch, all the red spots. I had a personal achievement tonight. So when you go to these bouldering places, they have like the routes are indicated by numbers based on easy to hard. So obviously I am like a 1. And tonight I managed to get to the top of 2 2s, and I am almost got to the top of this pink one that I've been really trying to get. I got like 1 hold higher than yesterday. So I am determined next week, or when I go next, to get to the top. So I got to give myself a couple days break because my hands are like so sore. But what an accomplishment. Anyway, we're doing some corn on the cob. That looks super weird in the video. the corn colors are not that harsh. Anyway, and then I also have in here a little casserole baking. This thing gets like used a lot. I reviewed this KitchenAid in the summer. Love this thing. Anyway, almost done. 10 more minutes. We are wrapping up the day. I just gave myself a manicure and I'm actually really happy with it. I recently stopped getting my nails done. Actually, not so recently. Back in August, when my sister and I, or was it September? Whenever I went to Las Vegas with my sister, I took off my fake nails. I had acrylic nails for a long time, longer nails, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with paying for my nails. It's expensive. And I just like, I have a little bit more free time now that my kids are older, honestly. Like I can afford to take 45 minutes and do my nails once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever it is. So anyway, and I was talking with my hairstylist, Courtney, as we do, and she always has great nails and she does them herself. And so I finally took her advice and picked up a few things to do my nails at home, and I'm super happy with it. So I can link this stuff below, but let me just show you my kit. It's a bit messy, but like, let's deal. So I went with this brand, Gelin, from Amazon, and it came with a set with like, I chose a really neutral color palette, and then has this, which is like the lamp. And then I recently just picked up this extra kit also, well, it came out weird, kit, also from the same brand. I'm really happy with how the color holds up. This is a nice, like periwinkle kind of blue, and yeah, it's held up well. I mean, I boulder in the whole thing. Today I just ordered this, which is what's it called, a rotary drill, basically for manicures. I got this little drill. So far so good. Definitely a little bit of a learning curve. The other thing I added tonight was this builder nail gel. So that is on the base, and I was also using this dissolvant. So it's like a type of polish you put on top to melt the gel nail, but honestly, it's a bit messy. It kind of burns my skin, which is why I bought the drill. So all for preference, but anyway, I'm really happy with this little set. And at the end of the day, I think the price for all of this is still less than 2 manicures. So it's a win. It's just, it takes a little practice, a little bit of patience. The thinner the coat of polish, the better. And yeah, it's kind of a Zen thing. I just watched a YouTube video from my friend Christy, and now my nails are done, and they're like gel, so I can just go straight to bed or do whatever, and they will hold up. So I know you guys know what gel nail polish is, but I'm just sharing, you know. I don't even know if I mentioned that yet, but while we were at the climbing gym, Dean actually got home. So I thought he was home at like 8 p.m. I did that the last time he got home from Columbia. I screwed up the time. Anyway, dinner went over well. Kids loved it. I don't think I showed you the final results because I was so hungry I had to eat, but it was delicious. Super simple. You know, it's not like I'm winning any cooking awards. But on that note, simple dinners are okay. In fact, I just had my hair done. So like Courtney and I we talk about everything. But she was saying to me that she heard something once and it stuck with her, and now it has stuck with me. But it's like, if you're trying to save some money by not eating out and like ordering and that kind of thing, but if you're also kind of mindful of your health and like what you're eating, to remind yourself that whatever you cook at home, typically, is gonna be better for you. Like, instead of ordering a McDonald's trio, a combo, like I could just make myself like a grilled cheese with some fries on the side or something, and you still get that satisfying feeling of like fried food or like, you know, like that nice cheesy thing, but I don't have to spend, what is it, $70 to order in for a family of 4? Like, it's wild. How is it that expensive right now? Anyway, oh, you can tell I'm tired. This conversation just took a weird turn. Kitchen's clean. I just got to put my nail stuff away, and then I'm going to get everybody into bed. You know, we tend to go to bed by like 9:30, so my nails took me a little longer than expected. So I got to wrap it all up. But yeah, this was a fun day. Thank you so much for joining me and, you know, being patient with my ability to show up on YouTube. I took some time away, as you know, and I've shared sort of that journey of coming back. But I think this is just the reality of life, is like sometimes you just got to take your time, you know, and ease back into it. So on that note, I'm going to go ease into bed. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, let me know how you're doing in the comments, and I'll catch you next week with a brand new video.